I'm about to say something crazy for most men. I mean, I guess I say a lot of things crazy for most men, like retain your semen. For most men, they're like, wow, this is crazy. But actually, I'm about to say something else that's crazy, and that's non-ejaculatory sex is actually superior both materially and spiritually than regular sex. And if you don't believe me, listen to the rest of the video. Hi, my name is Nakula and I help men master their sexual energy so you can become a powerhouse both in and outside the bedroom. Go to the link in the description below and take the free sex transmutation guide to get started on your journey to sexual mastery. Now, here's the deal. Non-ejaculatory sex is superior both materially and spiritually. Materially, here's why. When you have non-ejaculatory sex, what you're doing is building up your sexual drive. You're cultivating sexual energy, and lots of it. Because when you have sex, you're turned on. What does turned on mean? It means all your hormones are turned on. Your body's turned on. Your body's actually in a different state. Your blood is flowing differently. Your heart is pumping differently. You have a heightened awareness. Like, think about when you're really feeling the pleasure, like in the heightened state of sex, you guys are really into it, how like you just become something else. Oftentimes people let loose. They're vulnerable in ways they've never been before. They're just opening up and achieving deeper levels of freedom with them in themselves, because in that moment, they're not in their head and their mind, and they're not in their ego and all the games that they're playing out and all the ways they're trying to defend themselves, and none of that's happening. That's why sex is one of the most powerful ways to speak to the subconscious mind. There's essentially 3 gates into the subconscious mind to program your subconscious mind, which is the secret to manifestation. It's the secret to attraction and habit to development. Like, if you want to develop good, positive habits and make them stick, you have to implant that into your subconscious mind till it becomes muscle memory. Now, most of us have developed so many negative habits that it's our muscle memory to do negative things, or things that self-sabotage us, or things that actually are detrimental. And there's probably boatloads. So pick your worst ones and go to work on them. And generally for guys in this age, the way that if you're jerking off to porn, if you are masturbating and ejaculating, or you're overly ejaculating, that's a detrimental habit because you're depleting your energy. So what happens when you ejaculate is that your testosterone gets stifled. You lose your essence, your raw animalistic motivation and drive. This also stimulates your testosterone, giving you more motivation and more masculine qualities. You end up getting a deeper voice. You end up having thicker hair. Your eyes are brighter. You're more focused. Brain fog starts to disappear. And here's something you should know. Your sexual energy and your psychology go hand in hand. The more you're full of vibrant, healthy sexual energy, and you're focused like a lion chasing, the dinner, then what you're doing is stimulating your own growth at a biological level. You're stimulating your own masculinity, your own testosterone, and your psychology starts to become more like primal in that way. And you're more focused, and you're not caught up in the modern structures and bullshit. The practice of non-ejaculatory sex drives your sexual energy up, allowing you to circulate it. Now, you can only really take advantage of this practice if you are practicing sexual alchemy or some form of meditations and circulations. And I've put together an entire training process showing you how to go from vision creation of your ideal lifestyle and how to implement that into your life through practical means while fusing it with your sexual energy and using your sexual energy as a catalyst for explosive results. It's tremendous what we're doing. There's nothing like it, because generally you get tantric stuff that's like, here's all this cool tantric and sex stuff that you can do, and that's cool. And I've explored the world of Tantra and all the different, and in the world of sex and sexuality. But no, and then you get success coaches and business coaches and all of these wonderful people who have given us processes and systems. But what we've done here at Nakula Does Training Grounds is we've fused them together, because that's what I did in my own life, in my own journey. I fused those together to give an actual process to doing this. When you practice non-ejaculatory sex, or if you're in a marriage or relationship, or you're having sex, but you understand the power of semen retention, then non-ejaculatory sex is going to take that semen retention practice and amplify it, because sex amplifies. It's an amplifying energy. It amplifies everything. Okay, one more material thing. I talked about it from a getting a lifestyle and attracting things and creating things in this world. In the bedroom, it's superior because you can last as long as you want. You can have sex multiple times, and you can experience non-ejaculatory orgasms, which satisfies that and actually creates a deep satisfaction within yourself, so you're not hankering. And now you can use that energy and you can connect with your partner. You can give a better experience. You're more present. Hold a stronger masculine frame in the bedroom, allowing her to release herself and experience her pleasure and orgasms in new ways. So you become a much better lover because you're a self-controlled man. When you're a self-controlled man and you can control your ejaculation in the bedroom, you can bring dynamic pleasure. You could bring presence. You can bring her to a whole level of a new experience, both physically and energetically. You can heal through that power if it's done in a spirit of love and healing. Now, spiritually, for those who want to have a better connection with God and who want to transcend material desire, and you're still jerking off to porn, or you're masturbating, or you're having sex and ejaculating, well, it's better that you have non-ejaculatory sex, at least as a form of austerity, and you give that austerity, you give it to God. You say, look, I will sacrifice my instant pleasure and gratification to build this energy, and the energy that I cultivate, I'll dedicate it to godly projects or service or studies of scriptures or spiritual teachings, whatever your spiritual path may be. Sexual alchemy is not a philosophy. It is a practice that amplifies the things that are important to you. So you decide what's important to you. You decide how you're going to use the energy. There have been people on this planet in our history who have used this energy to become saints and massive cultural and religious leaders and inspirational leaders. And people have used this energy to get tremendously rich and business moguls and legends. And people have used this energy to have political power. And people have used this energy in so many different ways to invent, to create, to become top athletes. So once you know this process and this technique, you're going to be able to pour it into your life's goal: health, wealth, prosperity, peace. It can be yours the more that you control and master your energies. If you're ready to do it, go take the free sex transmutation guide if you want to get a taste. And if you're ready to just take the next step and train at the highest levels with me, then make sure you go on my calendar and book a call. I'll leave it in the description. We'll jump on a call and we'll make sure that the program is a right fit for you. And if it is, the next 6 months of your life is going to be a massive transformation and explosion in results.